with my friend Aubrey, and we are going to chat today. And she has gone through the program. I think a couple more weeks left, but
Like
at this
three,
point,
yeah.
yeah, exactly. So she's doing pretty good, and she's going to talk today a little bit about her experience. And she's all the way across the state. So right now, the time frame is a little different where she's at than I am, but she's bearing with us right now, and I appreciate that. So basically, Aubrey, before you started the program, where were you at? Like, what were you doing, kind of thing?
So I had my son turned a year old earlier in August, and that's kind of around the time where I was like realizing, oh my gosh, I hadn't really gotten back in shape after having him, and if anything, had just kind of like gained weight and was kind of stuck, diet not where it used to be, and lower energy. And I was working out at Orange Theory, or I had a membership for Orange Theory, and was just like finding excuse after excuse to cancel. Would do a few sessions a week, 1 week, and then would be like, oh, I just don't have it in me for the next week, and just not very consistent at all. And so that, and life stresses of, work and other things going on, it just kind of, everything kind of snowballed. And all of a sudden I was looking in the mirror and feeling just not like myself at all. And it was a really, it was definitely a slump. And I didn't want to feel like that anymore, and just happened upon your page through Instagram. And I don't know, sometimes you just know when you know. And it was like, I think I really need to reach out to this person. Like, I need some help. I can't do this by myself. One of those moments of kind of like surrendering, and so happy that I did.
Yes. Well, I'm glad you did. And that's awesome. That's awesome to hear that you found my page and everything like that. And you
Yeah.
kind of went through your stage of like, you were in shape when you were younger, and then you went through the stage of having a baby, and you kind of realized that you need to get back on track. So
Totally.
what do you think are the strategies that we implemented that helped you the most? Of everything that we've done, what was the most beneficial for you?
So for me, for sure, like how the first thing is like how on top of it you are in terms of availability for talking to, and like for accountability. So I felt like finally I had, and I think so this helps people who feel like they need some sort of coach or leader kind of guiding them through. It gave me like a sense of purpose. Like, okay, I'm going to do this. This person has this expectation of me, so I need to follow through. That really helped me. And I know that in myself, that I do like to have that. So that was huge for me. And then also the routine. So for me on my own, like building this routine into my life, like, okay, I'm making a commitment for this time every day. I'm going to work out. Like I have to, I have to get there. And, some days were rougher than others. And I would have to admit like, okay, my energy is down or my motivation is down, but I could always talk to you about that. And it was huge for me. I mean, that was the game changer. And again, that routine. And then the third thing I would say was actually logging food, because I'd never done that ever in my life, even when I was more fit in the past. And I feel like that was really cool to notice consciously about what I'm eating, and it affected choices. Like in the past, you'd be like, oh, whatever, what's one little, pretzel here, one brownie, it's not going to make a difference. But when you actually log it and you have to think about that conscious, and then look at how much that is, it's like, okay, that does all add up. And I had to think like, do I want to look at that and see, oh gosh, that's what I ate? Because I have had days where I do that and I'm like, yikes. So good to, to see that. But I think the big thing was accountability with you, and the routine, for sure, building a routine.
Okay. So it sounds like you had a couple realizations with some brownies and things like that.
Yes. Wine.
Wine for sure. For sure. That's on the list. So with that, with like all the things that you talked about, what were your results? Like, at least where we're at right now, because we're still going, but at this point, what were your results?
So I noticed change pretty quickly because of just like a rapid diet change and exercise consistency. So that that was really good. And there was some, weeks that were a little bit slower than others, just little tweaks needed to be made in terms of calories, and the macros percentages. And maybe some weeks I didn't quite work as hard with cardio than others or weightlifting. But overall, I mean, because of I don't know, just I guess this drive I've had, I've seen amazing results. It actually lost 30 pounds by the end of the 12 weeks, which was unreal. And it's like, I'm still kind of blown away by that. Yeah. And it's been neat to see too, I just feel so much more confident, and I'm wearing clothes that I haven't, seen in a few years, way, since basically before I got married. And so that's neat to see that I'm, wearing clothes that I actually just was kind of sad to put away at the back of the closet and thinking I'll probably never wear those again. And it's amazing, how the emotional response that comes with that. It's cool to kind of find yourself again in a way, especially after being a mom. And I think it's neat. So that was huge for me.
Yeah. And I think it's like what you were saying, you do so much for your family that it's hard to find time for yourself. And I think that's one good thing that you and I were able to talk about, and you made a priority, is to make the time to do it and schedule it in when it worked for you. And I know a couple of times you're like, you're going to do this workout at night, say prayer, and you did it and you felt really good afterwards. And then at the end of the day, you're able to go deep in your closet, and thank God you didn't get rid of the clothes, because now
I know
what is happening. But now you have this whole wardrobe, and I'm so happy that you actually are able to get the weight loss is a good thing, but now it's getting into your lifestyle kind of thing. So what would you tell somebody that's sitting on the fence thinking about doing it, but maybe they haven't, dove in yet, and they're just not ready yet, or whatever they might be telling themselves?
I would say you have to be ready to work. You have to be ready. That motivation has to be there, because, you can, but you really help with that, but I do think you have to have that internal drive to actually get up and do it. Right. So you have to be ready. And I would say the big thing that kind of might push someone over, for me, it's been huge to find, the happiness, and I think the endorphins that come from exercising because eating better, kind of, they make everything better. And I really do. I feel so light and energetic and happy in all aspects of my life, that I have lost there a little bit, that luster, when I just felt kind of sluggish, and uncomfortable in my skin and just not as healthy. And so that feeling of being kind of healthy from the inside out, there's no way really to describe it, except for that it is life-changing, and makes me a better mom, a better employee, a better therapist, a better wife. It's just really, it made a huge difference for me. And I think if anyone is on the fence, that alone could be and should be a trigger to make you want to change, because it's about the whole big picture of life. So yeah.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time, Miss Aubrey. I appreciate you. And I think this helped out a lot of people. So thank you very much.
Thank you. All right. Go